Welcome to SSF, and what we want to talk about today is sports are rigged. Sports are rigged. Uh, I'm going to use a few clips to try to bring out my points in this video. And the first one that's probably already went around a little bit, what I want to talk about today is what Andre Iguodala in this clip, Andre Iguodala, Evan Turner is talking about. You know, Elton Brand was trying to give the young Evan Turner a little advice about going into a Game 7 series and what the league was doing or do. So check this video out right here. Check a little bit of this clip out.
Closeout game is the hardest game in your life. And they be like, why? And I can't say it.
Can't say.
I can't say, but
Shit, nah, I'll tell it. Go ahead. I remember we were about to play Game 7, 2012. So we were about to play the Celtics or whatever.
Game 7.
So I'm hype as hell. I'm like, yeah, bro, we got a Game 7. Like, ooh, out the bam. Like, this is going to be lit. So Elton's like, you know we're going to have to win by 15 just to win by 1. So I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, this is the NBA, it's entertainment.
You got to win by 15 because you have to
win by 1.
You have to be up so much that don't affect it.
And LeBron is and the Heat are waiting. Would you rather watch the Celtics or the Sixers play the Heat? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on the team. I wouldn't even watch the Sixers play the Heat type shit. Like, it's like, would you watch that game next week if it was a Heat versus the Sixers? I'm like, nah. And he's just like, they're well aware of the storyline. It's not like nothing like. It's a consumer base, like I understand everything, like we all love it, but like when you sit there, it's just real shit to know. When I would go into certain games, I tell you, I'm do the same thing, like, yo, we gotta win by 15 and win by 1. And I understand it. So it's like, so we get in this game, you know how much money the NBA is gonna lose. Like
Every playoff game, man.
Yeah, so that clip there was just talking about how, you know, I think Evan Turner, when Elton Brand was on the Sixers, and I'm shocked that the Sixers took Miami to 7 games, but a lot of times this stuff is not about how good a team is. A lot of it is about the storyline. It's a lot about how much money they're going to make. A lot of times about promoting the stars. And we get so. I have a homeboy, man. He loved the Cowboys, and a couple weeks ago, the Cowboys lost to the 49ers, and he gets so into his feelings about the game. Don't really want to talk. Don't want nobody mailing him. And he gets all just too into the game. And I know I've done that sometime with maybe KD a few years ago when Kawhi went down from when they was up 3-1 to the Nuggets, and the Nuggets came back. And as I start to research a little bit and watch videos and documentaries, you start to realize that this stuff is just WWE. All of it, all sports are just WWE. And you shouldn't put all your emotion, all your heart, everything into it, because this stuff is script. They trying to get money, man. They trying to get paid, and they trying to promote the stars. It's not about who the best. It's about how we trying to promote and make money. So you shouldn't get yourself all intertwined in your feelings all up in this thing, because it's all about money, baby. They trying to make money, and it's entertainment. It's entertainment. So this stuff is rigged, and as the Bible says, that what's hidden will be revealed. And it's been they try to keep it hidden, but man, you can't keep nothing hidden that's not really on the up and up, because God gonna reveal it. So I'm gonna let a few more clips play, and this one here is gonna be with Tim Donahue. I'm thinking the name Tim Donahue, one of the guys that went to jail for cheating, and he went on. Let's plenty more referees, and they still doing it. And he's gonna let this clip play a little bit, let him talk about what happened, and of course I'm gonna come back with my commentary on this one. So check this one out.
Guys like yourself, I talk the sheet. I've seen other players in person. You know, I get it. And trust me when I tell you, if I could turn back the hands of time, I would do it. And I can't continue to apologize enough. But with that being said, you know, the most disappointing thing is not, you know, only what I did, but the fact that the NBA tried to sweep it all under the rug and not come out and say, you know, we made a lot of mistakes in the way we handled a lot of things, and we're making massive changes. They never really came out and said that behind the scenes. They did make some changes, but I still think the same stuff's going on when a series is 3-0 or 2-0. There's too much money involved. So they don't tell the referees to go out and fix a game, or they just go out and say, listen, this is what we want you to look for. Bonzi's walking as soon as he makes that move. Yeah. Call it. You know, there's just different ways to program and train a referee, and that's going to put a team at an advantage or a disadvantage. And it's always for that team, you know, that's down in the series.
So how many good refs back and when I'm talking about refs, I'm speaking and mentioning of back then when I was playing and you were reffing. So how many good refs? And when I say good, guys who weren't down with that program as far as, you know, the little friendly wagers or, you know, making sure that this game is fixed or that game or whatever. How many good refs would you say was in the league then?
Sheet, again, you have to look at it from the perspective of you're an official, you have a job. Your boss is telling you this is what we want you to do. Mm-hmm. Okay? You want to advance in the playoffs and make more money. You want to keep your job for that fact, right? So everybody's on board. You're doing what they're telling you to do. So it was, you know, I want to be successful. I want to move up the ladder. I want my boss to say, you know what, I want Dunnigy on any game that I need because, you know, he's one of the best in the league. So everybody was on board.
So what's your GP now? What's your game plan now? Are you going?
So you hear Tim Donahue. He's talking about how the NBA, how a lot of times they fix it. And you seen where it went back with Evan Turner was telling you that, hey, man, you got to win this game by 15 to win by 1, which means the refs could control the game, call fouls and not foul, get a star player or a key player in foul trouble, continue to put one team on the free throw line over and over and over again, and you can't play defense as aggressive as you normally would because they're calling tic-tac fouls, or you don't want to get a key player and put out the game, and a team get going to the free throw line a lot and get a rhythm, and man, it really disrupt the game and really make it lopsided. You hear, that's what he's saying. He was like, hey, man, in certain games, they'll tell you. And they're not going to put it on paper because they don't want no paperwork, but they have meetings. And they tell you in these meetings, listen, Chauncey, he walks on this play. I'm hearing that he walks. So pay attention that when he dribble this way and he goes to the basket, that's a walk. Or such and such, when he posts up, Rasheed Wallace may post up, his spin move is a travel. Call that. Or, you know, Kobe, when he goes, he get fouls a little bit more. So call those fouls. We believe he getting fouled, even though he might not be getting fouled, even though Chauncey might not be traveling, even though Rasheed might not do what they're calling on him. But it's going to call the game, make the game lopsided because the referees are controlling the game. That's a great way of getting the team that you want to win because the referees play a big part in the game. They can, by not calling the game the right way, favoring another team because the league, the top, gets to the top referee, and the top referee gets the information out to all the rest of the referees, and that's how you control the games. So people don't get your feelings all into this stuff because this stuff is nothing but WWE. Just watch it for entertainment. If the team you don't want to lose, hey man, it wasn't in the cards. You know, the refs didn't want it, the league didn't want that. Just take it like that, baby. The Bible says the love of money is the root to all evil. That means honesty is gone because of the love of money. The integrity is gone because of the love of money when you're looking at sports. If you want to try to catch a true sports game, you may need to check high school or junior high. But when you go to college and NBA, no, sir. Yeah, I'm going to let this next clip play, and then I'm going to wrap this video up. Check.
Sixes. We all know what he did against the Raiders, but he joins us here in the Ronnie T. Crash Show as we count down to Super Bowl Sunday. Dwight, Ronnie, and Tom here. How are you? Welcome to the show. All right.
We have
better than I deserve.
There it is.
Is that right? Well, you know, we got a great matchup coming up with Super Bowl 55. Obviously, the Buccaneers are playing on their home field. They're not the home team, I guess. I guess you could say they're the home team, but it's supposed to be a neutral field. But just tell me, as a former Buccaneer, how surreal is this for the Bucs to be in the Super Bowl in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium?
That's a good question, man. I would like to ask some Tampa fans that question because I really don't know.
Well, I mean, this is something that no one's ever seen before. I mean, you're hosting the Super Bowl. The Bucs are in it. It's Brady versus Mahomes. I mean,
something I predicted at the beginning of the year. I said if the NFL wanted to have the home team in the Super Bowl, this would be the perfect year. Pandemic, people can't travel, so it's not a shock to me.
How big of an advantage do you think it will be for the Buccaneers not having to travel anywhere? Because obviously, when you were in the Super Bowl...
That's not no advantage. They don't have no advantage.
No advantage? Okay.
No.
All right, so
that's like saying they have advantage at every home game during the year. So, I mean, it ain't like they won every home game. So it ain't much of an advantage. Yeah, y'all know all the X's and O's, man. I'm just sitting at home watching. I don't like to get into that because I don't believe the game is really decided on the field. So, I don't get into all the X's and O's and talking, man. Like I said, I played in the game. I set a Super Bowl record, and we knew every play they was running before the game started. So, hey, who am I to say?
Well, tell us about that week leading up to the Super Bowl, because that was the big thing. Bill Callahan was the Raiders coach at the time. Obviously, John Gruden had just come over. Tell us about that week of preparation leading up to the game and how it was executed by you guys. I mean, you could know which plays are coming. And
Tim Brown and Jerry Rice come out and say that they made them run Jerry Rice. John Gruden's offense.
Yes. Yep. It was his offense, and you guys knew exactly what was coming. Did you know every single play?
They didn't run that offense all year, though. Ain't it odd that you would run it when you're playing against us?
So did you guys know every play before the ball was snapped?
I'm just saying, man, the game ain't decided on the field. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, I predict who's going to be in the Super Bowl. It ain't about who has the best players. Football is entertainment. So what's the most entertaining Super Bowl? The Bucs in their first one against Patrick Mahomes has nothing to do with if these are the best teams, because we know that these aren't the best teams. The Bucs are not the best NFC team.
So who's the best team in the NFC, in your opinion?
The Green Bay Packers.
Okay. But the Bucs beat them at Lambeau, though. I mean, the Bucs proved it. They won there. They beat Aaron Rodgers at his place.
You can say what you want, man. Like I say, the game ain't decided on the field.
But the Bucs beat Green Bay like 38-10 at Raymond James Stadium in the regular season.
You're not listening to me, man. You keep saying
So how is it decided then if it's not on the field?
The Giants won the Super Bowl in 2007. I had two pick sixes. One I took back 93 yards, another pick up there in New York. We beat them 40-something. We didn't have Adrian Peterson. They went on to win a Super Bowl. Like, you go for who beat what and how? Like, come on, man. Stop that.
All right, so how do you see this one playing out on Sunday?
It depends on when Vegas make that call. How Vegas ain't gonna lose the most money.
So do you think the Bucs' original Super Bowl that you were a part of and won was illegitimate?
I think everyone is.
If you don't mind me asking then, and we obviously appreciate giving us a little bit of time, why do an interview for the Super Bowl if you don't believe that it's set up the right way?
Y'all asked me to. Don't nobody call me no other time until Super Bowl come, right?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Did anybody, when we got on the phone, say, hey, how's your family doing? How your kids doing? No, none of that matters. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinion.
And I appreciate that. We do.
We do.
I mean, that is our job, though, is to talk sports. I mean, it's not personal.
So what is your honest...
job to be real.
We understand that. So what is your honest opinion of Tom Brady being in 10 Super Bowls?
Good luck. A lot of luck,
Okay.
Because, everybody say Tom Brady, but if I can remember, there's a lot of kickers kicking kicks for him to make it there.
Well, Tom Brady did put him in a position to make those
kicks. So did Jim Kelly, but his kicker missed the kick.
He did. He did miss a kick.
Right. He did.
He did miss a kick. He also lost 4 Super Bowls in a row.
But it's Jim Kelly's fault. Or it's not Tom Brady's fault if his kicker do. Like, come on, man. boy, man. We break stuff down like it's so small. Like, this is the only reason that it happened. Like, come on, man.
So the reason you guys won the Super Bowl wasn't because of your outstanding defense. It was because that's the way it was predetermined. That's what you're.
Well, I mean, if our defense was so outstanding, why we couldn't beat the Saints that year? Saints beat us twice. So why did the Oakland Raiders say we're gonna go in with the Saints game plan? Because they had Deuce McCall, they ran the ball down our throat. Why didn't they come in and say we're gonna do the same thing?
All right, D.
Now there's no more one to talk.
Well, we don't know what else to say.
We're just caught off guard a little bit. That's
A little bit.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's enough for that video. That was Dwight Smith, former football player, played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they won the Super Bowl. Not when Tom Brady had it, but back in the day, I think when they had Brad Smith, Warren Sapp, all those guys. And he just telling you, like, hey man, it's not determined who played on the field. It's determined who they want to win, who they desire to win. And a lot of these guys that's going to win, who's at the faces of the league, usually are going to win. In every sport, the faces of the league are usually going to win because they make the most money. A lot of them is down with these fraternal Illuminati organizations, allegedly. And they're going to win because they're making their money. Making the money. It's all about the money. And they're going to put this script out. They're going to get the referees on their side. And they're going to win. And this is every sport. So all sports are rigged, baby. So don't put all your feelings, all your heart, everything into it, man. Just look at it for what it is. This is entertainment. It's just like watching a movie. This ain't real, man. This stuff ain't real. It's all fake. It's all fake. The world is a stage. Yo, man, thanks for listening to this video. I'm going to conclude this. Comment. Tell me what you guys think. Like and subscribe. And I always like to end a video on a positive note by saying peace and love.